Boom, just like that. It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's party time, people. We're the Video Bros, your hosts of Ring Respect Radio. I'm Bobby Munson, and the man sitting beside me, he's the man with the angelic voice. He's Papa Smokes. Papa Smokes, happy Thursday. How you doing, brother?
Woo. All right, Munson. I also am pumped up for this Thursday night, as I am every Thursday on Ring Respect Radio. Good to be back with you, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic time, Papa Smokes. I'm really excited about this one. We are going to be joined very shortly by our good friend Oled Ed Fries. He's on his way back. He just checked out the new Superman movie that released in theaters today. He's on his way rolling back here to join us on Ring Respect Radio because we're here to talk about more independent wrestling here on your indie wrestling podcast, Ring Respect Radio. Yeah, we're going to have fun talking about Chaotic Wrestling coming out tomorrow night, Papa Smokes, their show Countdown. And Ed is going to be live in attendance tomorrow night. And as always, you can catch Chaotic Wrestling live on YouTube as well as Twitch. You can catch the replays as well, too. We'll make sure to plug their channels later on. But Papa Smokes, as always on a Thursday night, before we go live on Ring Respect Radio, you and I like to do a little call-in of commentary for Prairie Pro Wrestling. We just got done calling a match between Marvelous Morris Waltz and White Shirt William Taylor. It's a good one. It's going to be coming up on the channel in a couple of weeks. And speaking of a few weeks-ish, we got something big coming up with Prairie Pro Wrestling here, Papa Smokes. We've got 2 nights of action at the Beer Wars in Saskatoon. It is going to be fantastic. You can get your tickets through the Beer Wars website. I believe that they're going to have VIP front row tickets. They're going to have some standard seating tickets after that, and I believe the rest is all going to be standing room only. Again, those tickets are through them, not officially through Prairie Pro Wrestling. Beer Wars has hired Prairie Pro Wrestling to put on a full production show 2 nights in a row, July 25th and 26th. That's a Friday and Saturday. And on that 26th, we are also going to be doing a 1-hour opener for the Saskatoon Berries baseball team as well, Papa Smokes. Huge nights for Prairie Pro Wrestling.
Batter up, Munson. That's going to be the call to order at the Berries game and at Beer Wars as well. What a bonus for Saskatoon wrestling fans, especially those that love PPW. Extra content, extra shows, and extra matches for all you guys out there. I hope to see all of our favorites and regulars out and a whole bunch of new people too. Check it out.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Again, Beer Wars, Pop Smokes. There's more beers on hand as well too. Come out, have some beers, have some fun watching pro wrestling live in action. But for those of you who can't be there live here in Saskatoon for the Beer Wars, don't you worry, because it will be filmed, it will be edited, and you will get the voices of myself and Papa Smokes calling all the action for the Prairie Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. Speaking of that channel, this coming Saturday, Papa Smokes, it is a big tag team matchup that's going to be taking place between the Brotherhood and the Clandestine Society. And it's got a little added bonus of we put the bit at the beginning where we got the gentleman who was celebrating his stag party with us, that piece where he does the national anthem opening and everything like that, because it leads into that matchup eventually. It's all there for the fans. And I say go enjoy it. It's a hell of a good time.
Well, that was such a funny thing that those guys from Calgary decided to have their bachelor party, drove all the way to Saskatoon to go to a PPW show. Man, that's commitment. But those boys were having a good old time that night. And then Buddy, I think he was the groom, got in to sing the national anthem. That's what he wanted to do. That's how he wanted to be involved in the show. He didn't sing it so great, Munson. I don't mean anything against the guy, but he looked like he was scared, and I almost can't blame him being in the same ring as the Brotherhood at that time. Jacob Creed giving you a little nasty eye from across the ring, and that guy wasn't hitting the notes at all in the national anthem, but an interesting and fun little segment for everybody for sure.
And you're talking about the intimidation factor. It's not just the intimidation factor of someone like the Brotherhood alone. It's the intimidation factor of getting inside those ropes. It's one thing to look from a fan's perspective on the outside. You can yell, you can boo, you can swing your arms up in the air in rage at things that have happened. But the moment that you confidently feel like, I've got this, I can do this, no problem, and you step between those ropes and you see all those eyes on you at the exact same time, it's a different ball game, Papa Smokes. And again, you and I both know from experience, like coming into, going to the university when we did that live presentation, the confidence was there based on what we do here every Thursday night on Ring Respect Radio. And we got there and I was like, oh shit, this is a little different than what we expected. There's a live audience that's relying on us, that's watching us, kind of thing. It's being able to see the people that are chatting in the chat live in person, and it was a different experience. So I can relate to that. Again, when I did the ring announcing the one night as well too for Prairie Pro Wrestling, the same deal. You step between those ropes. So confidently I went in there at first, and then when I got in there and like, this is real now. This is a lot different.
Yeah.
You're playing it out in your head, or you're standing at home trying to throw commentary together or throw, ring announcing together. You're like, I can do this, I can do that. And you get to doing it, and it's like, damn, I really respect the people who do it on a regular basis, who are extremely good at it for what they do, because it's intimidating as all hell to get between those ropes, get on a stick, and be able to perform for people.
And it's not like you're in front of, say, a more polite audience at the opera or at a play or something like that. And these guys aren't going to be polite if you're not really delivering the stuff, right? And we know they're a good lot for the most part, but they'll also let you know if you screw up a little bit, which you didn't. You did the ring announcing very well, despite that spotty microphone at the very beginning. I was like, God damn, Munson's been so ready for this. We can't have a technical difficulty right now, but you did really good, and that's to be commended. You're totally right about that, because fans will sit and all of us have done it for sure. Thought, yeah, man, when I get in there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But it is a different feeling when you get up there under the lights with the spongy little ring underneath you. Everything's different than how you imagined, especially those first couple times. So interesting to think about.
Oh, it sure is. And, I applaud JG Muller, who's been on our show here as well, too, for the amount of times he does this. And he's so good at it. He commands that PPW audience better than anybody else ever could. When he stands in there and he has that microphone, they're listening, they're paying attention, they're eating out of his palm. Like, he has got a connection with those fans like nobody else does when he gets in that ring. He doesn't overdo it. He delivers in all the right ways. He's fantastic at it. Anytime that he's not there, Quicksilver steps in. Again, he's not as boisterous and animated as, say, JG is or anything like that, but he gets down to the business. He does his job and everything like that, and he's good at talking as well, too. It's intimidating. It can always be. It's the same thing. We interview guests here on the show, and every time when we've got a new guest we haven't met before officially and stuff like that, you're sitting here backstage, and it's kind of like that racing goes on inside you, like, oh my God, I don't want to screw up. Like, I don't want to look like an idiot in front of this guy. Like, this is a professional. We don't want to play that game here, kind of thing. It's very intimidating to get into this type of stuff. And, so I commend this guy. I mean, you got to imagine he pretty liquored up when he got in that ring as well, too, on that very night. He was looking a little staggering at times there, Pop Smokes, but he should. He's the groom. He should be having a blast, enjoying that time out with the boys there, and no better way to celebrate it than Prairie Pro Wrestling. We get all sorts of crazy ideas, groups that are coming in and everything like that, and we always absolutely love all the inventive things. And speaking of that, I got to give a big drop out. You can catch it on the Prairie Pro Wrestling show socials, but CKOM, we had one of the reporters come into the last Prairie Pro Wrestling show there, Papa Smoke. She's just dropped the article here today. It is now available. I know a lot of people have checked that out already, but again, keep sharing it out, keep checking that out, and again, support these local people who are supporting us at Prairie Pro Wrestling, and to support people like this, our good friend. It's the Bass Man. Basser's in the house. Thank you for joining us, Bass. I gotta ask, this is a tough one, because I'm gonna ask if you're coming to Beer Wars to catch Prairie Pro Wrestling, but at the same time, unfortunately, it's a 19 plus event this time out. This is not the family values Prairie Pro. I'm pretty sure anyway. It's got to be, right? Beer Wars has got to be 19 plus, Pop.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. That's unfortunate for little Bass, because he doesn't look like he's got it in his mind to miss any more PPW shows if he can help it.
Yeah, well, man, he's hooked. Yeah, he's hooked.
Oh yeah,
I will draw a mustache on Betty's face. Just make him wear his Jack Juicy and Certified Beauty t-shirt. He'll fit right in. They'll never know. I'm just having a look here just to see on their website. I mean, you could always reach out and find out. Oh, no, here we are. We are a 19 plus event. There we go. So it is 19 plus, unfortunately. If you ain't 19 plus, you won't be attending this Prairie Pro Wrestling event like you normally get to do. But Bass, 2 nights in a row, 25th, 26th PPW action in full at Beer Wars Saskatoon. I think tickets are on sale through Beer Wars website. You can look them up, reach out to them. I don't know how it works. I know they've got seating tickets for sale to be closer to the ring, but it could be one of those situations where you find out that you're able to give your entry fee into the Beer Wars event and then stand general admission. I could be wrong, though. Reach out to them, Bass, if you are thinking about attending there. And here he is, the man of the hour. He made it in time. Just like Superman, he flew right in. It's OLED Ed Fries. How you doing, Ed?
I did indeed just see Superman, and it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It is a movie.
It is a movie. All right.
It's pretty somber about it. Yeah, I'm not sensing a good review coming up.
So let's also understand that I'm not a Superman fan. Like, I've never loved Superman. My favorite Superman story is Red Sun. Just to throw out there what goes on, and that's the Superman that comes from Russia. Like, that's a story where Superman lands in Russia and he's the arm of the Russian military. Like, that's my favorite Superman story of all time. So when we lay out how much Ed likes or don't like Superman movies, let's put that into
pause. Oh, have we lost? Am I paused or are you guys paused?
I'm not paused.
You're not paused. That's just Ed. Okay, all right. Well, Ed is currently paused. There we go. All right. But even StreamYard tonight doesn't want Ed's opinion on the Superman movie. They're already after you, Ed. They're trying to stop you because it has been getting good reviews from the critics. But if anybody wants to find out more of Ed's opinion along with Andre's opinion, I believe you guys got next Wednesday. They're doing a special edition DC Talk here on the channel, so you'll be able to catch out their full review of Superman from James Gunn. But
yes.
Hey Munson, before we get going, can I send one personal shout out before we get into content material? We have a regular viewer of ours on Ring Respect Radio known as the BDJ. You're acquainted with this man, Munson. Just had a baby boy with his wife today. Awesome. A beautiful looking kid. Very happy about that. So shout out to the BDJ and young Bo, who's looking like a fine looking man. Yeah.
Perfect. And a future PPW wrestler in the making already. But yes, congratulations, BDJ and family, for bringing in the new joy to your life. And I hope all goes well for you. All the best. That's fantastic news, Papa Smokes. Always give good shout outs like that. Appreciate that. But gentlemen, do we want to get down to a little bit of business? Do we want to talk about what we're here to talk about? We're here to talk about what Ed's going to see live and in person tomorrow night. It's our friends at Chaotic Wrestling, and it is countdown time. Ed, give us a little story about Countdown. What can people expect going into this one?
So the Chaotic Countdown is another one of the big shows from Chaotic Wrestling. This one resembles more like a Royal Rumble type show. The 30-man, and we'll put that in quotation marks because it fluctuates depending on how many talent they happen to have backstage or not.
30 wrestlers is what you're saying, or approximately.
There were, I swear when I went last year, I believe I counted 38.
Okay.
So, it depends. But that's going to be our main event. This year, like the Royal Rumble with Roman Reigns, the championship is on the line because last month, Mortar and Big Bacon, tore the house down to the point where they both obliterated a referee apiece. So Chase Del Monte himself, the Chase that runs the place, had to come out and be the special guest referee. And that didn't go well for him either. So he told Mortar that the Chaotic Countdown this year was going to be instead of getting a Money in the Bank type opportunity, this year the winner of the money of the Chaotic Countdown will be the Chaotic Heavyweight Champion.
Awesome. I am just putting it here in the live chat as well, too. Anybody who wants to check out that live show tomorrow night, you can do so on their Twitch channel as well, too. I've got the YouTube link there for you as well. Go sub to their channel. Again, Ed, if you sub on Twitch, though, if you give away your Prime sub or you use a sub on Twitch, you actually get a back catalog from Chaotic Wrestling.
A fairly substantial back catalog. I think it goes to 2018, 2019-ish times. But you get a substantial back catalog of their shows, and so you can always catch up on everything that might not be on the YouTube channel. So it's a fun time.
There you go. So use one of your Prime subs here. Feel free to buy an extra sub to give over to our friends at Chaotic Wrestling. And as always, sub to their YouTube channel. You can catch that live, join the live chats, enjoy some fun with other pro wrestling fans. But I think it's time we start talking about those matches, Ed. I'm sure you've got a match card somewhere that you're going to bring up, and we can start discussing one by one.
Yeah, we're going to do, so it's not copyrighted material. We're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to share their Twitch, not their Twitch stream, their Twitter. Yeah. So right here we got Bobby's favorite wrestler, Calvin Dumont.
Isn't he everybody's?
Some people. You'd be surprised.
He's his own favorite wrestler.
Yeah, he is indeed his own favorite wrestler, that is for sure. And he is taking on WWE ID talent himself, Aaron Rourke. So Aaron Rourke is getting in here for a Pan-Optic Championship match. This will be a bunch of fun. Aaron Rourke coming back. I believe this is Aaron's first time back since becoming an ID talent.
Yes. And I don't know, Pop Smokes, have you watched some of the Chaotic stuff recently on YouTube? Have you seen Dumont's sidekick there, the one who revealed himself at the last show that we reviewed?
Well, I'm not sure. Refresh my memory, Munson.
All right, Ed.
Jackson. If I remember correctly, his name is Jackson.
Something along those lines. But yeah, remember in the Lumberjack and Jill match, he came out and he assisted Dumont in that matchup. Well, they're full on running with this whole thing as he's Dumont's sidekick or whatever. He's his muscle piece or whatever, and he carries Dumont around and stuff in his arms and everything. Like, oh, it is so sleazy, but so good.
At one of the last shows, he was holding him as Dumont cut a promo, and Dumont would say turn. And he was literally turning him to different cameras to be, it's such sheer gold. And Calvin Dumont, douchebag number one, he could fit in with the Vanity Project should he want to.
Oh, yeah.
He's that level of douchebag. He could fit in with the Vanity Project. If you don't know who the Vanity Project, you're obviously not watching enough Taking Over.
Yeah. Good talk
about
that the other night.
Wasn't there a girl pop singer at some point that was always getting carried around like a baby, kind of? Am I imagining that? Or
No, it was probably Becca. I can see Becca having had that.
Yeah, that seems about right. But hold on, though, Eddie. You know, that's B3CCA, not Becca.
Yeah, it's Becca.
The absolute best pop star in the world, who just dropped her album on Spotify, now available.
Yeah, she has a diss track on there too. Another one that's pretty good.
And she has a track on there with Aaron Rourke now as well.
Oh, there we go.
Because they're a tag team in some of the promotions up here. I think they're like the gay best friends or something like that. It's fantastic because he's the evil guy.
See, I recommended that she have Maud's Cruel Kruger do some backup vocals for her on a track.
We've also got Powers of Influence, DJ Powers, and everybody's favorite, The Spotlight, taking on Catch and Release. Catch and Release have been having a lot of issues as of late, so I'll be interested to see how this match goes.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting one for sure too, and we're gonna get some social media gab on that one, or at least some in-ring fun there along those lines. But no, that'll be another solid little tag team match. The tag team matches they've been putting on lately too, man. They've got a solid tag division in Chaotic Wrestling. Like the Chaotic Wrestling tag division is awesome. Right.
Unfortunately, we lost one of the Jam Jam boys, so their title match isn't going to happen for a while. We found that out 2 shows ago. That one of the Jam Jam boys got hurt. He did something to his knee. He'll be out for almost a year. And Bobby's close personal friend BMT has been losing monthly to the other Jam Jam boy in various forms.
It's not right. It's not right. You don't do that to BMT. That's our king. That's royalty right there, damn it.
Yeah. I'll be right back, though. Give me just a couple minutes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And while Ed goes away there, too. Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about that. BMT is an absolute great talent. Give me a follow and everything like that. I think he's fantastic. Ariel, his wife, also a great talent as well, too. I missed them in the tag division in Chaotic. I missed them as the tag champs. I thought their run was extremely fun. I love the big royal decrees as they come out to the ring, and them just even sitting there at the top of the ramp and cutting people down as they read out their names and stuff. I thought it was their gimmick is fun. It works, and it's ignorant. It makes them hateable in some ways. I mean, I should hate them, but somehow I don't, because I just really think the gimmick works and it's fun, and I enjoy the two of them. I think they're great talents.
Yeah, because they work it so good, right? They got an idea, they went with it, and then polished it up and took it even further so far now that the fans are just so frustrated with them. And it was cool when they were tag team champions, because that's always a good trope in wrestling too, is the wrestler that or tag team that wins a belt and then thinks so much more highly of themselves after that, a la King Booker or various other examples of that one. And the Monarchy just took that gimmick and ran with it. They're still running, but they need those titles back, because it's even more frustrating for the fans to see these obnoxious, arrogant jerks up there with the belts that everybody else wants. It's such good heel work.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's such a in-depth story going on with the current champions and stuff, and I know Ed's going to explain that a little bit more based on what's coming up on this particular card for Countdown, and I think they're working that angle for now, kind of thing, which is why we're not seeing the Monarchy in that tag team title picture. I'd imagine that's coming back. It has to come back, or do you have them still as the Monarchy, but that's not necessarily as tag team? You could also put them in singles matches, maybe have them win singles gold in Chaotic Wrestling as well, too. The opportunity is there for that to happen as well.
For sure. And it's never a bad thing when a wrestler's had a look or a style going for a while, depending on how long it is. If it's a year or so in front of a local audience, let them go away for a bit. Let them cool off for a bit. Let the fans start to miss them. And then while you're a wrestler doing that, you learn a new hold. You learn a couple things. You tweak your presentation just a little bit. And then you come back right when they don't expect it. And you get most of your heat back or all your heat back, depending on how well you perform it. But that could be exactly what they're going to do with the Monarchy, too. It's never a bad idea just to let them cool off slightly and then bring them back.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen it plenty of times ourselves in person too, Papa Spokes. Again, you have that opportunity, somebody goes away for a little while, they're injured or whatever it is, and then that just massive pop that you get from the local audience when that hero comes back, even if it's not a hero, even if it's someone who was a dastardly heel, but they pick up an injury, and then upon that return, there's some sort of magic in the air, the belief of the fans that, this time off has completely changed them. So upon that return, they come back, and there you have it. You've made yourself another, top person, especially if you go in after singles gold. You can then take these people and make them rise up to the top, put them into different pictures than what they were before at the same time. A new view is what it comes down to. A new view sometimes refreshes the audience.
For sure. And audiences are a little bit different than they used to be. I mean, since the rise of the internets and all that, people, the average wrestling fan is more smart to the business than they used to be. Now, it's not as much as I thought, especially since being in the business. It's not such a great difference, but fans nowadays appreciate the heels to a certain extent in the way that they know that they're working hard and that that's their dream also, and that they're trying to put on the best performance for the fans, and the fans also know that they need heels, right? Like you can't just have baby faces, you need heels as well. So they appreciate them to a certain extent. There was a time before all that when people didn't appreciate heels. They hated them and they wanted to kill them for real, basically, right? So it's a little different now, but um, yeah, fans will appreciate that just because of the hard work and dedication that's gone into their craft.
But whether modern time or in the past, like the difference in what people's feelings towards heel wrestlers, the one thing that's never changed is you need them. You need good heel wrestlers. They need to do good at being heels, because if you don't have good villains, you don't have any reason for the heroes to be cheered for. You can create certain little rifts between a couple of baby faces. You can create certain reasons, tournaments, whatever it is, various things to have particular wrestlers meet up. And yes, there can be some fun in two good wrestlers. Maybe they're two good baby faces, but their styles work really well inside that ring. You can make that work to a certain extent, because after a while, seeing that over and over and over again, if there's no heat between them, if only it just becomes a spot fest or something of interest because they're good wrestlers in the ring, if you have no tensions between them, you have no belts between them, you have nothing like that, it drives it away inevitably. You're not going to keep them invested in it if you don't have good heels. And that's the one thing that makes wrestling great. What else makes wrestling great is great people like Brett Martinez up in the house joining us again. Thank you for joining us here. Heels are the best. You win no matter the cost may be, by hook or by crook.
Damn right.
As they say. Yes, again, you got to have those good heels, though, Pop Smokes. They help it out, and here he is returning back. It's old Eddie joining the fray.
Sorry about that. I apologize.
All good. Yeah, we're pretty casual here on Party Night Thursdays on Ring Respect Radio, so all
absolutely.
Good. But we were just talking about good heels in pro wrestling because we were still on the monarchy topic. So we were talking about how even them going as singles wrestlers as well too is another possibility in what they're doing. Oh, look, STG was STG just lurking in the background waiting for Ed to show up. STG, this almost doesn't even work tonight, my friend, because we're talking about chaotic wrestling. I don't think there's going to be any haterade consumed when talking about chaotic wrestling. Although SDG's just trying to make sure that month after month it continues to be the most popular emo over on the Twitch side.
Oh, that emo. So, I had planned before the YouTube implosion this week, I had planned to show this fantastic promo from the last show from Danny Miles.
Yeah.
Danny Miles, after the tag team retention last month, cut this incredible promo talking about a friend of his who in high school who he lost track of, who fell into the wrong crowd with drugs and alcohol, and who he found out, earlier this year passed away. And how that made him want to reform this group and rebuild with his partners and his friends. And it's one of the best promos I've seen on the Indies.
It was good.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic 3-minute promo. It's on their Twitter, so if you want to go there and watch it, they have the whole 3-minute thing. But this was in response to the GGC getting involved after the match and attacking him and JT. And of course, Trigger the OG made the save. Danny Miles reformed the unit. So the official unit is back together, and they are taking on the GGC in a winners take all 6-man tag for both the tag team and New England championships. So whichever team wins this match gets all the gold.
Why do I get the impression this is going to lead to some sort of breakup in the unit? There is a crack in that crew that is going to cost them this matchup. One thing that's going to happen, it's going to cost the matchup. The GGC are going to walk away with the gold, and the fight's going to be on between whatever member of the unit turns and the remaining members of the unit.
I mean, you got to remember, JT took an awfully long time to go in and hug it. Trigger was right in there, and it took JT an awfully. But then again, JT has the most bad blood, especially with Danny. I mean, they went to war last year over the course of multiple shows over that Chaotic Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. But remember, the GGC, it's not all roses and, princesses and everything else over there. Madomir is still in trouble. He lost.
That's true.
He lost the New England Championship for Octorus a couple months ago.
Yep.
Remember, he's the one who keeps using the pogo stick when Octorus says not to. So
fair.
It's not all fine and dandy over there on the GGC side either.
So it could go either way in that sense too. Maybe the unit has something there, and maybe Danny's promo will keep them united in this thing. Because again, Papa Smokes, if there's anything to watch from that last show, and I mean, there's some good stuff to watch. That promo, go back and watch it, because it's not just a promo talking about wrestling. He's given real life, and you can see the emotion in his face as he's delivering it. And the other guy's standing there looking at him, and you could tell that hit them in their feels that night. Like, they were feeling his pain at the same time, and it was a brotherhood united right in that ring as he's delivering those lines. It was absolutely dynamic. It was so good. It was really good.
We'll show it to Papa Smokes after the stream ends.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it's done. Real people and real issues, like stuff that, whether you spice it up or make it up, but you got to make it sound real. And obviously this guy came out and said something real that had happened, and that's what'll happen. Tragedy happens in people's lives, and the fans will bond with it.
Yeah, 100%. So this is going to be huge, Ed. Like this is the main. Is this the main event? This list is the main event? No. Okay. But this is
the countdown is the main event. Yeah, this is the semi-main.
This is I was going to say, on any other night, any other card, this is your main event right here. Clearly.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think it would be worth it.
Massive. It's going to be a banger. I can't wait. That's going to be a good one.
We've also got a 4-minute. I just want to show this. We got a 4-minute video chronicling 3 or 4 of the New England Pro Wrestling Academy graduates who are going to be making their chaotic debut inside the Chaotic Countdown here. Again, I can't show it on the air, but, and of course, this, like we said, this is our main event here. We've got the Chaotic Countdown. These are some of the people we're going to see, but like I said, the heavyweight championship is on the line in the Chaotic Countdown.
So does Mortar go in, like, is it random draw, or does he get to go in last? Like, is this just a FU to the champion situation? Like, how does this work?
We've not heard if it's going to be a Roman Reigns situation where he has to start at number 1 and go all the way through. We don't know how it's going to work. Like I said, it's very much a Royal Rumble. It's, one by one, these guys, these competitors will come out, and when the last one is standing, they're the ones who, like I said, ordinarily get a championship opportunity. Ricky Smokes is claiming he's going to be the first ever 3-time Chaotic Countdown champion. He's already the only 2-time Chaotic Countdown champion. So he wants to bring that title to Tubi.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not? At Tubi and YouTube, of course, for all of us internationally watching. Astrid joining us in the chat. Astrid, how are you doing? I mean, I don't know how this would work. Ed's got a lift. There we go. We made it happen. This, again, I want to know, are we going to see a title change here? Like, Mortar's been on fire. He's only just recently won the belt. Is Chaotic willing to pull that trigger, or is there bigger plans in line for Mortar heading into the bigger portion of the Chaotic Wrestling?
I mean, it's tough to say, because you could. Chase is retired, but as we all know with wrestling retirements from the great Terry Funk, wrestling retirements only last as long as I don't feel like getting back in the ring again. And so Chase Del Monte could go in there to try to tie JT Dunn as the only 4-time Chaotic champions. Like, Chase has a big head, man. Like, Chase is all ego. He may not be Ethan Page, but he's certainly all ego, and he loves stealing other wrestlers' stuff. I mean, he's the Chase that runs the place. He's certainly all ego. He was the water boy for a period of time, and again, you'd have to watch the old shows to get that reference. But, I think if you're going to take the title off of Mortar, this is a way to do it. Mm-hmm. This is a very easy way to take that title off of Mortar.
Yep.
It's a battle royal.
And now here's a follow-up question to that is there any up-and-comers or underdogs going into this that you feel they would pull that trigger? If they were to go and put that belt on someone you weren't expecting, is there someone on that roster where you'd be like, holy shit, and then afterwards be like, well, maybe that was a great idea?
I mean, it's tough to say underdog because there aren't a ton of I could see them pulling the trigger on a DJ Powers, but I don't believe he's an underdog who,
yeah,
he's a young kid, but he's champion around so many places around this part, and he's held so much gold in general in his young career here. A guy like Seabass Finn, who took on Mortar a couple shows ago, I could see them pulling the trigger on as a way to get this title on Seabass Finn, especially since the next show is being advertised with him and Vegan Keegan on the front of it because it's emanating from Nashua, New Hampshire, part of the 603, where he always says he's the SOB of the 603. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of young up and coming talent. They could pull this could be a Calvin Dumont thing. Like, could you imagine double champion Calvin Dumont winning a battle royal? Like, that's the kind of chaos you can pull in a chaotic countdown match. You could do something crazy like that.
You could. You really could. I mean, Daddy's money could go a long way in buying him some extra muscle there to help him out, too.
So how long has Mortar been champion? We saw him win the belt just a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah, he won it WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, Cold Fury right around WrestleMania time. So
I think they've had a few shows since then, or 3 or 4.
He's had at least 3 or 4 shows. I think he's up to 5 at this point with Boston Brawl and Albania, because some of the shows they run, every now and then it's every 2 weeks, every now and then it's 3 or 4 weeks in between. Like it depends on the show. So I think he's had about 5 or 6 shows. He's probably nearing about 3 or 4 months.
It's a tough call then. If he's doing good and drawing as a champion, they might leave him in there for longer. But at the same time, I agree with what you suggested too, Ed, is that Mortar's kind of a bulldozer type wrestler. It's tough to have him do a job and still look as strong as he did before. So a battle royal would kind of be a perfect way to get the belt off him without diminishing him whatsoever.
Yeah, and then plus, what if you do pull the trigger on a heel, like you're saying, like a Calvin Dumont or something like that, then you can have the like Brett was saying earlier, win at any cost or by hook or by crook. It's a lot easier for a heel champion to use those shenanigans in order to keep a hold of the title and make it believable even against someone like a Mortar.
Yeah, I was going to say, like a DJ Powers or a Jose Zamora, the Spotlight, like those are the kind of guys who, like, if you're really asking me to go out on a limb and somebody who you don't expect to win this championship, it'd be guys like that who are ultra talented, but they're willing to do everything and anything it takes to get the job done. I mean, hell, DJ Powers sacrificed his relationship with Livia just to try to look, not even to win, just to look good in his matches. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that guy's willing to do. So there ain't he'd sell his own mother if it meant he could be the champion.
Yeah.
Well, and we don't know the long-term booking plan for their championship either. I mean, who do they have in mind for after Mortar? It could be another babyface. We don't know, so they might need a transition champion. Therefore, it would be fun to have an unlikely underdog win it and then lose it at the next show or whatever they decide to do. But yeah, we can't know what's in the booker's mind for the long term.
Yeah, that's always the thing.
Yeah. We also have Cindy Bacabella. So
please explain. Please explain.
Oh, okay. All right. So Cindy Bacabella is a WWF Hall of Famer from the class of 1992. Just so we're clear, there is no WWE Hall of Fame class of
Yeah.
1992.
I'm well aware of this.
He is a manager extraordinaire for top talent in all over the area. He is fantastically entertaining. He's a bit portly. He apparently at Limitless Wrestling at one of their upcoming shows is going to be fighting against Tony Atlas, Mr. USA Tony Atlas.
Oh my.
At the last Limitless show, he helped Channing Thomas retain his title after he helped Channing Thomas knock out one of the homie the Nomi's teeth.
Oh, ouch.
They're now selling a T-shirt. Channing Thomas is now selling a T-shirt saying, "I knocked out Gabby's tooth," and she's not happy about it. So this is his first. If I'm correct, this is his first appearance in Chaotic Wrestling.
Oh,
so
awesome.
It'll be very. I'm guessing this means that we're getting Channing Thomas in going forward in Chaotic Wrestling. I mean, he represents talent who already work for Chaotic Wrestling. In Limitless, his group or faction also includes Aiden Agro, who we've seen as the former Panoptic champion, among a bunch of other talent who he represents. So, I think this means we're getting Channing Thomas. That would be my shocker, but by no means can you say that Channing Thomas is an underrated or like an underdog. This guy is the epitome of well-respected in this area. He was the Beyond Wrestling Open champion for seemingly forever, I think. He is ultra-talented, well-respected. He's been on AEW. He's been on Ring of Honor. Very well-known in this space. So I think that's one of the reason we're getting this press conference is because on this show we're probably getting a debut, if not soon, of Channing Thomas coming to Chaotic.
As in, like, surprise entry into the Rumble?
That's how I would do it, but if he's doing a press conference and he's going to announce it there, then it's less of a surprise.
Well, he doesn't have to say that's the plan, just that he's got something big in store coming up for Chaotic Wrestling. Leave it as a teaser, and then all of a sudden he walks out with the new talent.
Yeah, like I agree. I think this, if Mortar isn't winning this, it's probably because we're having a debut from his faction, and I would imagine it's Channing Thomas. But I'm excited to see it. This guy is great to yell at. He's very listens to the crowd, so you can really get him off topic real fast if you can get his attention and yell at him. So
nice.
I really need Basser, ringside.
Yeah.
Yes, you would.
Is anyone else getting Jim Leahy from Trailer Park Boys vibes from that guy there?
Yeah, he does kind of have Jim Leahy going on that one there. Wow. But here's the thing. I'm kind of in awe. Ed getting to rub shoulders with somebody of the Hall of Fame class of 1992 right there. I mean, that's something special in its own.
I'm not going to play the video, but I am going to use the still. So this, Papa Smokes, this is the man with Calvin Dumont. By the way, in this promo, he's holding Calvin Dumont. Calvin's not standing, by the way. Just so we're clear, he's being held in this man's arms.
It is about as cheese, like it's that cheesy kind of like, man, I want to smack these arrogant dickheads in the face kind of thing, but it's so good at the same time at irritating you. Like we were saying about that promo in the ring where he turn, he keeps yelling at him to turn every time, and he just sits there with that look on his face. He turns him every single time. It's the type of thing that works. You've got the smart ass, smart mouth, smaller guy in there, and now he's got that backup muscle behind him and everything. He's got that guy who's going to go to battle for him and do all his dirty work.
So, like I said, there aren't a ton of matches signed on this card. I know there's a Ricky Smokes match because I just saw him tweet about it. But
Yeah, Ricky Smokes versus Armani Chaos.
yes, I believe that is the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
that is happening.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
I was saying I couldn't find the graphic on the other page, but yes,
I had it on the thumbnil for our show here today. So, yeah,
there we go.
That's why I knew that one existed too. But I mean, that's gonna be one hell of a matchup. I mean, you got Armani Chaos is fantastic inside the ring, and we've said a million times before, like Ricky Smokes is so polished at what he does. He proved it again the other night on NXT. Like he is solid. There's a reason why he's been swiped right up the ladder in WWE already.
Yeah, so this is going to be great. I'm very excited for this show. I love Ricky Smokes' tweet. Never a man, to downplay his accomplishments. Tomorrow night, I become the first ever 3-time champion, 3-time Chaotic Countdown winner. The first to win the Chaotic Heavyweight title in the Countdown match. The first to compete on WWE, NXT, and Chaotic Wrestling in the same week. So never a man to downplay his own accomplishments.
It's starting to sound like Sheiky over in PPW with talk like that.
Oh my God! Yeah. Could you imagine the two of them as friends? Oh my God!
That would be entertaining. That would be really entertaining.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be.
That's the show. That's the show. So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. It's going to be a hell of a time. I unfortunately won't be watching it live because I am going to be watching the Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor fight card there tomorrow night live on Netflix. But at the same time, I will catch up on Chaotic Wrestling's Countdown this weekend. Looking forward to watching that. And I don't know, gentlemen, if nothing else is booked for next Thursday, or we either next Thursday or the one after, I say we review this show. We might as well do a review of Countdown as well, too.
Yeah, that would be fine. I'm with that.
Yeah. So, Ed, just one quick question. This show is in Lowell, Massachusetts, right?
It is indeed. This is going to be back at the Collegiate Charter School of Lowell. So this is going back to the same place they had Cold Fury.
Yeah, we've seen them in there before. So how far out of Boston is that? And then how far of a drive is it for you to go there?
It is 20 minutes for me, and it's it's about 25, maybe 30 minutes, depending on traffic outside the city, depending on where you're coming from.
Yeah, not very far.
It's a very easy location to get to. It's a good one. They'll be back in. I'm taking my buddy to his first independent show on August 1st. So this is like I was saying, like the shows being so close. They're doing this show this week. They then have a show in between in Nashua, New Hampshire. And then they're back in Tewksbury on August 1st. So in the span of 3 weeks, they have 3 shows.
Yeah. Their trainees will be busy setting up and taking down the ring. Eh?
Yes, they will.
Oh, yeah, they will indeed.
The funds of paying your dues in professional wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, make sure, as always, I'm gonna just go back here really quickly, but you can also find this in our chats live there, a link straight to Chaotic Wrestling's YouTube channel where you can go and watch this event and other events live on the channel. You can also check them out on Twitch. Make sure to check that out. You can watch them live for free. You can sub to their channel on Twitch and get some of that back catalog that Ed mentioned as well too. And with that said, Ed, we are going to bring the night to a close, and we're going to pop your credentials up on the screen. Tell the people what you got coming up and where they can find you.
You can find me at all the places down below. I don't need to repeat all that. It is what it is. You can find me here most of the weekend. I'll be here all day Saturday, essentially. I feel like I'll be here. Yep. Me and Munson will be doing the review show for NXT's Great American Bash. So that'll be a whole bunch of fun. And then I believe we have Lauren Goodnight and Andre C., I think, doing the all-in review after we get done.
Yep.
And then, while they're going on, I'll be watching, hoping that Goldberg can defeat
Nope.
to take champion.
Oh, God.
Nope.
Make Bobby and Mark such happy individuals.
Nope.
And I could watch the internet burn to the ground at Saturday night's main event, where I will be hosting a review show. Unfortunately, Mark Talks Wrestling is not going to be able to join me, so I'll be on that show potentially alone. We'll see if I can find a friend of mine that.
I think it's because he's actually scared there is that possibility they flop the belt on Oldberg.
I'm telling you, I'm ready to watch the world burn, man. Goldberg for champ. Goldberg for champ.
See, I heard on Busted Open this morning, them talking about, in particular, Nick Nemeth talking about how he's like, they didn't just bring Goldberg back for a one-off on Saturday night's main event with SummerSlam only a few weeks away, where they have to sell out 2 nights of events at SummerSlam with nothing currently on the docket. And I'm like, I hate you, Nick Nemeth. I absolutely hate you. You're a son of a bitch. You can go to hell. I don't care. Even if it is a one-time flop onto him so that somebody can go take it. I don't care. I don't care. It's just pisses me off, and why this whole company now is turning into Vince McMahon 2.0. That's all it is. TKO is living out the vision that Vince wanted for this company.
With some safety measures in place for certain things.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that I agree with you on, but the vision in terms of like turning this into fucking Disneyland for pro wrestling fans is pretty much the direction that they're heading now, in my opinion. But it is what it is. But you know, if we want to add some heel flavor here to the show, because I haven't trashed things enough, let's let Papa Smokes cost us some money and tell the people where we can find them.
Oh yeah, here's for your weekly dose of heel. I can be found on Elon Musk's free speech wonderland known as X at smokes_papa, and also on Twitch at papa_smokes_.
There you go. As for myself, Bobby Munson, there's the credentials down below. Make sure you get follow, all that wonderful stuff. Check me out there. I've got quite a few things coming up, as Ed mentioned. Of course, the Great American Bash. Looks like we're doing an after the fight tomorrow night, so that's something to look out for. Like, I needed another show this weekend. Of course, Point of View on Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, where Mark and I are going to be taking questions and also running down all the different rules that are involved with footy, aka soccer. We're going to run down the rules. We're going to tell you about the different divisions and stuff like that, and how the divisional systems work, as that was a special request on the last show from the audience wanting to learn more about the sport. So that's going to be broken down for you this coming Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be a great time. Where can you find that stuff, though? You can find everything here on OLE Podcasts. A lot of great stuff coming at you every day, from live streams like this one, short form content, and also great content like movie reviews, music reviews, things like that. Yes, the Mangler, thank you. You're welcome. Also, thank you for joining in. But like Ed and I, we just dropped earlier today, we got a review of the movie Heads of State, now available on our YouTube channel. Find out what we thought about the action comedy starring John Cena and Idris Elba, now available on the channel. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all those wonderful things. Thumbs up, comment section, and turn on that notification bell so you know anytime we have new material here on OLE Podcasts. And as I say that, I'm going to leave you all with the weekly calendar on our way out. We will see you in 1 week's time back on Ring Respect Radio. Take care, everybody.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say.